All right, so this is going, I hope. All right. I'm actually going to go ahead and restart my. I'm doing Bob's Empire mode from Black Arrow Gaming, Black Arrow Gaming's Empire mode challenge. And I decided to reset it because I just, for my particular strategy, I want my heroes matching the race just because of mobility. And where I'm setting some enemies as dwarves, I want them getting their bonuses and all that too. So let's just pop in here. I do have the same settings: settler start week, no cities or dwellings available, and this is down to average. This is kind of loud. Hang on, let me just turn this down a touch on my end. So we are doing the same kind of idea here. I don't know if this is going to make them stronger, but we'll play it and see. My rule is I'm not allowed to touch. I don't know. Am I allowed to touch the other, the Emperor computers? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, all right. And then he did this. So I'm not allowed to touch the knights. The knights are food for these guys to gobble up, and we're hoping one of them gets bigger or whatever. So advanced rules, no resurgence. He had max hero level at 30. I'm actually knock mine down to 13 if we're trying to make the AI stronger. I feel like AI does not use their heroes well. They usually just set them in the city or level them weird, and let's just limit my hero power. And I'm setting heroes to 4. He had him at 4. I'll keep it at 4. That's fine. Heroes, I am taking match player race because I'll get to why in a second. I am going to be playing a Tiger Rogue. The reason I'm taking that is Tigerians, not only do they have athletics, but they have barons running. So, if I terraform a lot of my lands to barons, that's like having roads everywhere without, if you don't research the upgraded roads that knocks road movement down to 2. I am using a mod. I'm using the play by email and single player balance mod, which does a lot of things. It nerfs XP gain, it lowers charm success rate, and any charmed units, mind controlled units, have 50% higher upkeep. It just kind of brings down all the stuff that you can do to be. It just it's better. So I'm gonna start surface. Just so my thing. This is what I play in multiplayer, but my thing is. I used to sometimes start on random, and the thing is, tigers can go surface or underground very well because they do have night vision. The thing is, I found when you start underground as tigers, you sometimes the surface on the layer directly above you will end up being ice or blight, whereas if you start surface, the underground below you, map layer respectively will it'll just be underground, so it's workable and it's easier to hold stuff doing it that way. So that's why I like to start surface instead of underground. Also in dual games, if you're up against if you're playing elves and you start on the surface, well, you're going to have underground dominance anyway because they have no night vision. I mean, you have prowlers with cave crawling. I mean, come on. So that's why I like to do that. And then I just take Explorer, from a greater mobility on my cheetahs, which is huge. Scoundrels. And also the starting vision range on your cities is really nice too. I take this. So this is great early on. Just even if you don't research anything, how I play, this right here is amazing. So a lot of times if you have a city, if you just go produce merchandise, you're getting 25, 30 gold. And usually you can buy it in for the cost plus 25, 30 gold. So it's kind of producing a unit, but just having it, boom, right there, let's go. So it's really nice. And like early game, like if you can find an inn before turn 11, because so how inns work is they'll start the game with whatever units are in there. Usually, typically, the first wave of units will just be 4 archers, and usually you can find like 1 or 2 elf archers in there, which is nice. Um, and then it'll reset to new units on turn 11. A lot of times you'll have like a support unit in there, like a human priest, and sometimes like tier 2 cavalry. And I believe starting on turn 21, you can get tier 3 units from the end, is how it works. I like that a lot. This is really nice in multiplayer. Um, there are some uses against the eye, but it's mostly a multiplayer spell. This used to be something else in vanilla that gave concealment to units in your cities, and I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not sure if it was usable on vassals, but it got changed to this, which was better. And actually, in Planetfall, this is like a spell that's baked into the base game. In Planetfall, it's a syndicate spell called Cloak. It basically gives one of your stacks invisibility for 2 turns, although here it's only 1. But I mean, still, it's nice, especially in multiplayer. Say you have like a stack of units or something that has forest concealment or urban concealment or whatever. So you can cast this on that stack while you move from like your concealed location to like wherever you're going, like through someone's domain, so that you don't kind of expose your concealment threat, which is nice. But that's in this. I don't know how much I'll really use this in a game versus AI multiplayer. It's a little stronger, but basically partisan is for this and this. This is something that's great in email games, but versus AI, I'm mostly looking at these two. This might get some use. I don't know about that because I think AI gets more around bonuses. This I take just because. Honestly, there's like, it's basically just for wait a minute, for warp equipment and for swap location. I mean, it's basically for 120 research. This is gonna let me like pretty early on clear out dungeons and stuff by just like if I can, once I get 40 casting points in swap location, I can basically go in there and just yoink 2 out, and then I kind of can just run them over. It also gives me summon lesser elemental, which after I get a certain number of crows out, I'll feel comfortable. And if I want a mana dump, this will be kind of nice to have. Degenerate, I don't usually ever get around to researching in multiplayer games before the game ends, but this could work well with some charm ideas possibly later. Would have to wait and see. But basically, this is mostly just your swap location, warp equipment, and elemental summon. Just like for the low research cost, they are very good. But mostly, the big thing is going to be explorer mobility, in units, and just swap location here. So that's going to be me. This is already 8 minutes. So I had some ideas for what could be good threats. Yeah. So on the surface, the reason we're going originally, this is something I played, and it was like I did something like it was like double wild magic, Destro Adept, Frostling Priest, and like kind of the strat there I was playing for was to like get what are the Theocrat units that evolve into like the flyers, right? They evolve into Exalted, and then like the Frostling is Exalted would have physical frost, and when they got prime rank, like they'd get some kind of thing where like they would do lightning and what was it? Lightning and fire damage on their autos, like to enemies that were heretics. And then I could use the Destro Adept spell to like give all units in my area blight. They would be like, it'd be like having star blades on the whole stack. Basically, it was just a weird thing. But basically, so this is going to be good because Theocrats are kind of tough for rogues in general, just because they're heavily armored and they're strong. And so Frostling's going to have ice damage on all their units, which is a problem for me until I can get lesser stalkers out. Which, if he's in my face, I'm not going to have time for that, so he'll be a problem. Heavily armored, deals ice damage, and then even if I do get lesser stalkers out, he's going to have so much spirit damage, he's going to still be able to kill them. And then, he's going to have the bird scouts, and he's going to have a tier 3 lightning damage summon. So really, he's going to have answers to a lot of stuff. And Theocrat is a strong production class, so I thought he would be a pretty big threat. So that's one of the tough imps there. The next one, we're going to go with Lena Krieg. That's going to be a Goblin Warlord. Again, Bob did the same thing for good reason. But I gave her... This is something I play in multiplayer games too sometimes, although I'm not really that great of a Warlord player. On top of Goblin, she's going to have lower cost. Goblin, 10%. Warlord, another 20, I believe. So that's 30% cheaper units. 35% cheaper units. That's crazy. And she's just going to throw so many bodies at me. It's going to be nuts. And all AIs kind of play like Warlord anyway, so that's more of a big late game problem. And oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so just make sure I start on the right layer. The other big threat about this guy having Arctic Empire, Airmaster, is not only invisibility for his Frostlings, but he can spread ice out. I don't have a way to reverse that ice, and I'm going to get a big economic penalty if he can spread his ice to my city. So, this guy's a problem throughout the game, especially early, but I have to kind of try to kill him fast, or else I'm going to be forced underground, and it's going to be a problem, because I unless I can find a Heart of the Arctic or something, which is, not a guarantee. So that's part of that. That's why I have to go for him probably before I go after this Warlord, which is going to give this Warlord even more time to just become an absolute monster. And goblins they're going to resist my blight, and they're just going to be an absolute brick. So there's that. And then the other surface threat, I was actually thinking a High Elf Necromancer. Now, on Empire mode, Necromancer, I'm not sure how well they'll do. I know they do get free growth whenever they clear stuff, which should help. So the thing here is I wanted to make sure I put High Elves in there, because I have no answer to shock damage as Tigerian Rogue. I'm going to take the full hit. And, elves have a lot of that, but also they have a blight weakness. And so by making them undead, I kind of, I get rid of that blight weakness for them. And then the other thing is I wanted to put a second, Arctic Empire type threat into the game. So, I'm going to have to deal with this person, because they're going to have Blight Empire. So they're going to spread blight all over the overworld, and then when I invade them, all their units are going to have Inflict Curse, which, kind of, I don't know how well that doubles up with Necro. Probably not that great, but that's okay. But the reason I made them in Necro is I wanted to have elves, with some kind of counter to my blight damage, which Necro gives them, and then I wanted to put a second Empire overworld economic threat in there for me. And Destro Master does that, and Necros don't care about terrain penalties. So I just thought that was a good way to set that up. So we're going to put her in there. And then the last guy, we're just going to throw in a good old Dwarf Dreadnought, and we're just going to use this kind of generic guy. So Earth is good for dwarves because, well, I don't think an EMP AI is going to need any kind of bonus. They're kind of 600 all the time anyway on their cities. But, dwarves can't terraform to make them like their city, but they are going to have this. And with the mod, that's going to give them more armor. They're going to have, their dwarf and armor racials. They're going to have a ton of units from dreads. They're going to have cannons. A late game dwarf dreadnought is a problem. So we're going to put him in there. And that's our 4 EMP AIs. And then the rest of them, they're just going to be food. So I was thinking, let's just throw a halfling in there on the surface. Maybe the Necro, the Theocrat, will eat them. And then we'll throw... Oh, that guy's already in there. We're going to throw an orc, because there's no orcs on the map. And we're going to put them underground. Let's go with Arc Druid. I picked orc because, they have night vision or whatever underground. So they got shit skills. They don't have expander, so they'll end up losing to the AI there. Or the other one. And then last slot, I got this guy again. Let's throw a Draconian somewhere. Go with this guy. So, yeah, and maybe I can try to defend this guy to get Tropical Empire going for me or something. I don't know. So, let's see. What do I have underground? We only have 3 people underground. So we're going to throw him underground. And that's going to be that. Yeah, it's already 16 minutes. So let's get rolling here. Okay. So I'm going to get 4 heroes. I kind of know who I want playing Tigers. If I can get them, great. If not, we'll make it work. We'll do something. I was kind of thinking, if I get... There's a Tiger Sorcerer that comes with like a flying mount. I think if I get them, I'm just going to decline them because it's, in my opinion, it's kind of a little overpowered. So, if I get that particular hero, I'm thinking I'm just going to request new, but I might go ahead and put in the code to give me a different hero just because, like if I get them on my 3rd roll or something, just because I feel like taking that gold wyvern is way too strong. So, I definitely want whoa. Holy shit. 2 forges? That's crazy. What do I have here? Do I have Terraformer? I do. So, alright. My big thing in Empire mode, I want to be able to make forts. I want to be able to one-turn a fort, right? So, if you look at it, you have Outpost is 20, Builder's Hall is 20, Forge is 10, that's 50. So, if I only have, normally you're going to have, like maybe 1.15, so 200 happiness is 1.15, right? So 15% increase. That's only going to put me to like 55. So I need to hit 400 happiness on this starting city to break 60 production in one turn of builder. So what that means is, so my base is going to be 100, and I'm going to have another 50 from Throne, right? So what that means is I basically need to get 250 extra happiness somehow. Now, on an outpost, each liked terrain tile is going to give you 24 happiness, okay? And when I hire this hero, I'm going to get 25 extra happiness for 5 turns. So I can use that. And if I have to, there's the hero in city bonus, which is another 50. But so first, we have 250, which is how much I need, divided by 24. So it's going to be 10.4. So for me, that means 11. Now, if I can get 11 Barrens tiles, that's what I want. Now, this is not a Barrens. These are all wetlands. So I definitely want to go for this right here. Now, we're gonna look around a little bit. So there's not really a whole lot over here. And I don't want to build too close to the edge of the map here. So, what would happen if I went here? Because then when I grow, I get even more production. That would be awesome. So let's see. If I went here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Barrens tiles, and I needed 10.4, so that's 11. So that would be absolutely, completely perfect for me because... Oh, wait, what did I say? Here or here? I think I want to go here, so let's just double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I miscounted. Yeah, it's basically, here would give me the gold off the bat, but I'd only have four Barrens tiles. I'd get more gold, but I'd be behind in production. And getting this is going to let me do some crazy production stuff pretty early, which is what I want. So let's just double check. If I went here, I'd get this, so I'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, that's what I need. I need 11. If I went here, I'd be looking at... Let's just put them there so it's easier to count. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, I'd get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd get 12 Barrens tiles. That's perfect. So we're going to put him right there. And then when I grow, I'm going to have even more production. This is going to be absolutely great for just getting out a bunch of colonists. So I don't even need to worry about trying to get the extra 25 happiness there by holding the hero. Alright, and there is a colony growth there, so I'm going to want that later. We are going to tag this. Just get a little extra vision. It doesn't look like anything's there. So we're going to come right here with our army. And I'm wondering if I can maybe bounce over here and tag this mine after, but the first priority is to clear this fight. And I just want to see what I have. Oh, that's lucky. So this guy, he always starts with Lion's Courage and Shout. And it's a dice roll whether he's going to have Last Stand or Berserk. And I prefer Last Stand. Later on, it doesn't matter, but early Last Stand is much better. So here, I've got two guys that are going to shoot at me, and they're not that bad, and I've got this guy. But I'm playing Tigers, so I have to play around. Now, I burned too much movement on this guy, so coming over here or something like that probably isn't going to be in the cards this turn unless I do it with 5 units. And so the max level is going to be 13. Usually I play duel games with max level 15 so that, you're not getting so high that it's crazy, but there is a point to level race against the other player to see who can get... I guess it's not showing here because I don't have it available, but basically, so there's an Empire quest for being the first one to get a hero to 15, which gives you basically 5 extra skill points, and so part of why I usually set it to 15 is then there's an actual reward for leveling faster. But where it's 13, I don't have to try to level one hero faster than the other, and I would end up getting it anyway because the AI is not going to level faster. So if it's about slowing down the AI, let's not give myself that bonus there. So I want to try to level this guy as fast as I can because I'm thinking I would like to get field medic um, on him. The big thing with him is I want to. I'm probably going to go field medic defense. He's going to actually be my stack leader early because the rogue's going to be more of just a fighter. I'm not taking a bunch of stack leading stuff. So yeah, anytime that they offer to run, we're going to let them because I have limited healing. And part of my strat is I'm actually going to go for pure good for the units. You get 3 units if you're the first to get pure good. And, also I might use the vassal system to try to, like, not lose cities later on and stuff like that. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we're actually gonna come. Yeah, I don't want to do this forge fight right away, just because it's a little bit more bumpy. So we're actually gonna come right over here and go on this Baron's tile. And we're gonna go for this, and hopefully they'll run if they want to. I'd be happy with it. They don't want to run, so I want to do this now because I want to make use of health regen as much as possible. All right, so that 6 health regen turn. So what I want to do here, I don't want to just fight them. What I want to do is I want to do something called splitting. So tigers are probably one of the best at that just because of their mobility. So what I want to do is kind of come back, and also I want to minimize the damage I take here. So in a way, if I cast Last Stand, that's sort of like a heal because I'll take a little bit less damage. And these guys are kind of going to shoot. I don't think I need 2 Last Stands, so we're going to come over here. I could look at throwing Lion's Courage, but I don't really think it's gonna do. I think I'd rather keep the mana. All right. We want to try to split the archer if we can. So we're actually going to come over this way. I don't need to split off more than 1 unit here to really get any benefit. So I have a couple turns left to engage this, so I need to hurry up about it. So I'm going to come right over here, and we're going to try to probably engage with one of the heroes, or else we're going to come right over here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I want to put this guy here because I want to try to get this archer to come shoot him. Because if the archer's shooting him, then he's not going to be shooting my other guys. And the archer's kind of their main damage source here. So, okay, good. Oh, so the split was a failure, unfortunately. So we're just gonna do this. Come right here. Before we do that, we're actually gonna shoot with the Warlord because with the mod, the XP counter on tier 1 units is going to be reduced to 5. I think in the base game it's like 11 or something. So I shot once with this guy. That gave him 4 XP. Because it was a single hit attack versus a multi-hit, this would give me 2 per hit. And so he's got 4 left. Now, I believe that single hit attack actually used up 2 of his XP counters here. And I want to get the healing thing going. So when I shoot this, it should give me 6 XP. I'm at 2 now. Now I'm at 8. Now he has 1 more left. So I don't want to kill him in one hit here. I want to. So I should get 3 XP from the auto, and then I should get another 5 from the kill. So that should be 9 XP. I should be here. Yep. So if I had hit them more than that, the autos would not. Um, they wouldn't give me anything. So this guy, I kind of want to maybe. All right, so I'm gonna look to collapse here on this. Yeah, if I go in, he actually can't hit me back. So we want to just make sure this archer can't really shoot. And he's not really going to be doing anything here. So what we're going to do is just bring our cheetah around. All right, and what I want to do, she's missing 8 health. Now she's going to heal 12 a turn. So she could lose 4 more and be fine. But my warlord's still full, and he's going to heal 12 hit points. So what I want to do is I want to take that hit with the warlord. Now if I go here, I don't even really have to defend. They're only going to deal like about 13 damage tops. So I can actually take that XP. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's actually only got 1 more charge now with the mod of XP counter. So what's going to happen is he's going to hit this, and that's going to get XP. And I think it's when he hits me, I get XP off of him, I think, or something. So I'm not sure, but I'm 14 now. So let's see what happens. Oh, I got a flank. That's not good. So, yeah, 15. So his XP counter is depleted. So, for example, 15. If I attack him, it didn't move. So I can't farm any more XP off of him now. So I'll get XP for the kill. I'll get 5 because he's a tier 1, and I do want that on the warlord until I get healing. Later, I'm probably going to focus more on like my units and stuff. I just want to get like level 5 or so. So, okay. So yeah, it's good these ran because it allowed me to do another fight. So this is a pretty easy fight. So we're actually going to do this next. So we're going to come right over here. I'm going to grab this next turn after like people have planted their cities. Actually, turn 2 their cities won't be present because I go first. So I want to wait to turn 3 to get this. Or should I just grab it now because the free scouting's kind of busted, right? Should I make it so I have to look for people? Yeah, let's kind of nerf myself because giving myself free scouting when the AI wouldn't be smart enough to do that is kind of abusive. So we're just going to throw ourselves a little bit of a nerf. Alright, so yeah, the thing is I'm only going to have enough mana for like 1 crow, but what I'm probably going to do is throw 2 or 3 and start bleeding a little bit of mana. And I know this is kind of close, but I'm probably going to put a. It depends if there's anything else like over here, but I'm thinking I might put a fort right here. I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 squares away, so I'll get constrained. But I'm not going to put a city there. I'm just thinking a fort. And then what I probably would do is once this expanded, I would just raise the fort. So what we want is We want them to run if they will. No? Alright, so we're going to have to fight it then. And this is pretty easy fight. They have, they don't have any ranged, so okay, they're gonna rush me. What I would like to try to do is split them up a little bit. So we're gonna come over here with our main force, and this guy is gonna run over here, and I'm hoping that this guy kind of comes over here, so I only have to deal with two of them. And what I want to do here is I'm going to give my warlord last stand and kind of tank with him, just because he has faster regeneration and decent armor. Okay. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get to really play this the way I would like to. Okay, so I think the way I'm going to play this yeah. We're going to soak 2 hits here. Oh. It killed him. Alright then. We are... Yeah, we're gonna soak 2 hits on the rogue. And I probably could have done with 1 hit. And we're going to take the experience on the cheetahs here, just because they can be a little bit difficult to level up, but once they are leveled and have sprint, it's quite nice. Alright, so here, he's already taken a hit. Depending upon how much damage, I don't know, we'll see. We're just going to come around here. And yeah, he still has 30. How much damage would I take? Only 2? Alright, let's do that. Even with a crit, it's hardly anything. Okay. So that's our other mine. While I'm over here, is there anything else around? Yeah, there's a watchtower. I want to get the watchtower just because I want to know what's going on, and it'll be good to have it. So we're gonna come over here. I'm actually gonna. I want to do this fight this turn. Because I think it'll let me get field medic. I'm just wondering if field medic's really something I want. I should have done the math first, but okay, so if max level is 13, that means I can gain 12 levels. That means I get 5 times 12, I get 60 hero points, right? And I want to build my heroes to be good in a larger fight. So, with my warlord, I'm gonna want probably this. Probably don't need a relentless army. So I'm gonna definitely want toughness. So what did I say? 60 minus 6. I'm gonna want bloodbath. So minus 4. And bloodbath costs 30. So I'm gonna need at least 2 ranks of casting points, which is 5 each. So that's minus another 10. So that leaves me with 40 points. Tireless is only the hero. That's not gonna matter in a large fight. It's not gonna let me swing things, basically. No. Maybe to like level up particular units faster or do something wild. This is a maybe. This maybe because of the Theocrat. I'm definitely gonna want Phoenix Warrior. So that's going to be minus 4. I'm probably going to want Charge Command to do some stuff with cheetahs, so that's a minus 4. Range Command I can skip. Melee Command is 4. I'd like Range Command, but it's not necessary. Defense Command is another 4. So I'm left with 24 points aside of the absolutely necessary stuff to play with. And, I might end up wanting more Warfare points, which is 7 after the first 2, but I think I can afford Field Medic. So I'm going to take it just because it's going to help me a lot early on. So we want to, and there's these here, but we're going to engage with the leader because we're going to leave the units with the warlord. Now, farmer's going to hit me, whatever, but these guys should be pretty easy to split, and after the chicken throw, they really only have the adventurer for range. And that's just an irregular, so it's not even that bad. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna Sun Spear him first, and then we're just gonna come here. I should have been smarter about that, so I wasted some XP there, but that's okay. We're just gonna come around like this. Alright. So... what I'm thinking of actually doing is, I think I'm going to kind of tank this with this cheetah just because it still has full life. And then this guy's a pike, so I don't really want to tank with my cavalry, and I don't want to tank with him. He's a little bit lower than I'd like. And it'll help me level this cheetah. Where my caps for XP are level 13, you know, I don't need to be so worried about leveling my heroes as much as possible. It is still relevant. So, and then I can shoot him. That should get me the other 6 XP. Yeah, and so now his XP counter's full, but we want to... you know what we're actually going to do is this. So he is going to hit one of my heroes, but that's okay, because this guy's going to hit him. I just mispositioned was the problem. Alright, so take that. Come over here. And I'm pretty sure, so hit. I think his XP counter might be used up, but let's see. I have 40. Oh, so I got 6, so it should be gone now. Now, I actually want to take the XP on my cheetahs here, because they are hard to level, but they are good to have levels on. Alright, so what does that do for me? Wow. Alright, so we could have some ideas of building a city over here. And then there's a spawner over here I gotta worry about. Definitely the field medic. I want to go for this. I do. Yeah, I'm just gonna go deal with that because if I don't, it's gonna be a hassle later. So we're gonna go take care of that now. Because I already have this set to bring a builder here, and then I'll probably... I could have cleared this first and like builder, but I want to tag spawners that are nearby as soon as possible, just so that I don't want to have to play defense more than I need to. And so when I make my crow, I'm going to bring him over and grab this food. I know I don't have this clear, but I don't think it's going to matter. Holy shit, that was lucky. Okay. We're grabbing a builder. I'm gonna actually do it like this. In case it doesn't look like I can split them so that I still will get that. Well, they're pretty much full anyway. Whatever. Okay, so let's do this. Spells really don't do a lot for me here against this. But I will throw Lion's Courage just because, does that get Strong Will? Oh, it does. So Strong Will is Spirit Resistance. Yeah, that actually does help a lot because, yeah, okay. Okay. what we're going to do is just throw a spear and kind of back out and see if we can get them to kind of come after us here. What I'm hoping to do is split them up. No, they don't want to, so we're just going to wait. There we go. Okay, so they're not going to split. But that spirit resist definitely helped us. And our cheetah's close enough to just kind of go in. So we're going to bring you in. Just kill him. And we're going to bring you in. And we're going to bring you in. And we're just going to wipe them out. Okay. And we're going to come here, and we're going to get some shots for XP. Perfect. Alright, so now we're not going to have to deal with them throwing units at us. I kind of want to take the gold. Because basically 10 minus, so we're basically looking at, do I want 85 resource or do I want this? Now this is a strong item, so I think I can sell it for 40 gold, 10 mana, so 85 minus 50. My opportunity cost for this item is going to be 30 resource, so you know I can sell this item for 40 gold, 10 mana, plus 10 mana, so 60. It's worth taking, and I'm going to give it to my warlord for a triple attack item. And, you know, if I take a dreadnought hero or something later, then this would be useful. I could try this, but you know, where it wouldn't really be in my domain at all or anything like that. I don't think I'm going to do it right this second. I'm going to grab defense. I kind of want to grab crippling wounds just because I like it a lot, but I don't. With max level 13, I'm not sure. And I'm going to wait a turn to take the hit points because if I take it now, I'm only going to get I'll get 5 max HP, but it'll only give me 3 current. If I wait till the beginning of my next turn, it'll probably give me 4 or 5. So it essentially becomes like I heal 2 more life, you know. We're gonna go right here because if we try this, we will do it from the Barrens. Okay. I'm at 53 minutes so far. I'm gonna grab Terraformer. So yeah, before I make any buildings, we are, oh wait a minute, I don't have enough population to make that. Okay. So we're going to grab a storehouse because it'll help with that population problem. And is there anything down here? Can I? Yeah, we're not going to mess with that right now. So let's. It doesn't look like there is. It actually would have been quicker movement-wise if I had killed this, but I don't really want to mess with it right this second. Alright, so I can't really tell, so I'm thinking what I want to do. So that's not going to even matter till you're at like town, and really not until you're at like, okay, once you're at town, then it's like taking gold from you, right? But um, I don't really know if this is going to end up getting to town here because I mean, I have so much production. I'm probably going to just spam settlers um, for a while, and this mine can just go to this city here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I would like to put a fort here and just leave it as a fort. And then later when this expands, I'm just going to raise it. Because there's no reason to heavily invest in the two mines, but there's also no reason to not, like, this will pay it for itself in 5 turns. So, and I'm probably going to go to at least turn 20 before this city gobbles up even this mine, because um, any food I get, I'm just going to be using it to make colonists. So, hang on a second. Hang on, let me think. If I go here, village, town, city, metropolis, yeah, okay. Village, town, city, metropolis, yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be a temporary fort that will be raised later. We're just going to call that Burn Fort 1. Um, okay. I'm going to go a little bit past an hour on this one just because it's the first episode. And I think I did I'd say about 15 minutes of just kind of talking about setups before. And it's only on turn 4. So let's do one more turn before we save it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. What I should have done here is, just for sake of conserving movement, because I made my guys run over a mountain, I should have probably done this fight, and I could have maybe split them, but in a sense, maybe it's better to keep my HP high, because maybe now these guys will run, and then I can also do this fight. And the thing about trying to do this is these guys are tigers, so it's going to be very hard for me to split them because they're going to have really good mobility too. So this is probably for the best that things worked this way. All right, and the reason I'm getting terraformer is with these forts, it's just going to be basically an economic boost for me. Excuse me. Alright, good. So that's more money. And we're going to queue up. Now, so before I got the happiness event that gave me instant production on that builder. Now, if you end up getting a happiness event for instant production and your thing only has 1 turn left, what will happen is the game will instant produce the following structure. So with the mod, this cost is reduced to 130. A bunch of stuff changed, and like the happiness building, I think, is down to 120 now. It used to be, I think, 150. But if I can get that, then any builders I make will have repair machine, which used to be Masters Guild. And like, for example, now your racial defense only needs Builder's Hall, stuff like that. But if I get that, it'll let me probably one turn a shrine, and also it'll let me crank out builders a lot faster. And so, for example, if I can end up getting builders in 3 turns instead of 4, even if I don't have the gold to keep spamming them, that's going to be one more turn that I can do something like build housing or produce merchandise, which is over time going to be more total resource. Um, all right, so we're going to come down here. I'd like to see what's over here. These guys, I can maybe take those. Come on, are you going to like me? Oh, you hate me, man. Maybe if I go here, they'll like me. Ooh, and there's a tunnel here, and there's another mine here. Wow. Okay. So we are... Yeah, I want to know if there's any more spawners in the area, and this will help me find that out. Okay, I can't reach that. I'm pretty safe here from this river, so I'm not really going to worry much about that right this second. Um, yeah, because that's basically a dead end. I'm not going to get any problems over there. Um, what I want to look for is any spawners that can actually threaten me. Uh, yeah, we're gonna queue that up and hold it, I guess. Going on an hour now. All right, so take this. Yeah, they're not gonna let me, are they? Oh, and I have this. It's gonna be nice. Alright, so what I'd like to have happen... You know what, actually? Even with Defenture 11, that's his base. There's no reason to not just take the hit with the Warlord. I'm going to go here. And the threat is he has charge and polearm. Oh, polearm, right. So, that's okay though. We're going to go ahead and last stand ourselves. Oh, really? I don't think so. I don't think the charge works because I have first strike. I don't think that's gonna... Okay. Yeah, so I should have done the cheetah there because now I can't shoot him. But... Oh. Well, okay then. Let's just grab that. And we are going to blow you up. Just take it here. And, I mean, he might get a flank here, but it's not that bad. Yeah. Alright, we're going to spin you. I'm going to do that. Get the XP. There we go. Alright. Some more gold. And we're going to grab this. Oh, these guys love me. See, I was torn about sending the crow there because I do want to see what's under there. Let's take that good reputation. Um, so yeah, we are gonna. Can I get a quick look? All right, I'm not seeing anything crazy over here. Um, we're gonna come over here, and I'm thinking just plant right here. Thing is, if I plant here, right, what am I looking at? Village, town, city, metropolis. I want this mine. I might go ahead and plant here. Just so that I can get this mine on metropolis. Oh, wait a minute. I think more important is this. Because this structure makes it really nice to make succubi later. That's like kind of late. But I believe to one turn succubi as a tiger, you need 40 like from structures in production, right? So can I get all three of these in one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Well, the thing is, with this kind of structure, I'm also going to want a siege hall to make catapults, right? With the 10 extra health, potentially. Let's just do some quick math. So a metropolis plus builder's hall is 60 production. If I go siege, that's 10. Masters is 15. We're at 85. If I take the 2, that's going to be plus 20 plus 20. So it puts me 125, and with max happiness, I'm looking times 1.5, 187, and I'm pretty sure a tiger succubi is 185. Yep. So if I'd be already making Siege Hall, Master's Guild is not really a big stretch, and I might want this for like just getting the city set up, whatever's over there. And if I'm building here, then I'm not taking these gold mines. It's just not worth it. So we're probably gonna plant here because village, town, city, metropolis. Ooh, that's kind of tight. What if I go here? Or even here I could do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I could do like observatory. Since I'll probably already be making labs for the metal. Like if I go here, the problem with going here, village town, I'm not getting this until city. That's kind of, you know. So I want to go here so that village town, boom, I'm getting the gold. And then later, 1, 2, village, town, city, metropolis, observatory, no problem. So yeah, here's my spot, and it's on a barrens. I can terraform it. It'll be nice. Yeah, something I want to find is actually a laboratory. If I can find one, would be really nice. Um, I'm over an hour now. Yeah, we are going to want this because it's going to be in our domain. It's just going to be tough. I don't know if I can pull it off. If I find a spawner over here, I'm going to break off, but I might be able to do this with a lucky split. We're just going to save for a little. Well, I'm not even going to save. I'm just going to stop the recording and then. Actually, no. I'm going to. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do that.